Hey everybody, we're here for a new episode of RLG Cast Reviews. I'm here with Johnny Donuts from JohnnyDonuts 777. You can check him out at his channel in the description below. If you like wrestling, he's got wrestling. If you like gaming,
House
he's
of
got some
Torture.
gaming.
House of Torture.
Yeah, House of Torture, Anyways, we're going to be talking about Knuckles today. We're going to give you a brief, no spoiler review and then talk about it. This review will be short. I just want to get this out there because the new Sonic movie, I think, comes out this year.
I think so. I think it's like next month.
Yeah, so let's just get through this.
Timmy's on it right now,
Timmy's
actually.
on it
So
right now. So,
Timmy's on
anyways,
it right.
basically,
Well, you
this show
speak.
is about Knuckles from Sonic, the Echidna,
Hmm.
and he's on a journey to like find himself with Wade, who is the partner of James
Not Wade
Marsden's
Wilson.
character. That's true, Putty. Uh, Wade, who is James Marsden's character's
December
partner.
30th, 2024.
There
So
you go.
they pushed it a little bit.
And they just go on a journey of Wade wants to become a warrior, and Knuckles needs to calm down, and
Yes, he
that's
needs to
basically
chill.
what this.
He needs to chill.
So, just right off the bat, tell me what you thought.
It was okay if you're 12 years old.
I think it was better than people said, and it was better
But
than
not as
I.
good as IGN said.
No, IGN's crazy. It was better than I thought from watching the first two episodes, because I'll tell you this, the first two episodes are horrible,
Yeah, they
like
were poo.
almost unwatchably
You
bad.
talk about Campo reviews, this was a poo.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, it was really hard to get through those first two episodes. I
Yeah.
almost didn't want to finish the show. You can hear us talk about it in some other videos we did that came out on Putty's channel and on JD's channel. Well, did we talk about it in yours? No, it was just in
No,
Putty's,
it was
right?
just in putties.
And oh, it might have been on one of ours. It might have been in Fallout. But yeah, it's those two episodes were bad, man. As the
Yeah.
show progresses, it gets more fun.
They
It
were mercifully short, at least.
Yeah, it never becomes a good show. The writing never gets like better,
No.
but it gets more fun, and the jokes get better, the comedy gets better as the
Yeah.
show goes on. But I don't think overall it was as strong, especially so. You'll see my written review probably today, which is Saturday.
Yeah.
Anyways, I said you coming off two pretty like solid Sonic movies, and in the
Hmm.
realm of video game properties, which are
This is probably
usually,
one of the best.
yeah, they're not even good usually video game properties. So let alone to have two back-to-back solid movies, there was obviously expectations for Knuckles. And Knuckles is clearly not aimed at the same fan base as Sonic.
No, there was no adult humor. Like, I mean, not that we need adult humor, but Sonic has that little bit of like jokes, not adult humor as in dirty or anything like that, but like jokes for adults that they would understand, or member berries, even if you want to call them, right?
It's mostly that. It's
Yeah.
nostalgia based, and you could see, yes, it's for families, Sonic 1
Hmm.
and 2, but it's very driven by nostalgia of like millennials who played Sonic.
Yeah.
Like obviously those references are not for children because they would never have. It's like the Super Mario movie we talked about, it,
Yeah.
right? Where Putty kept saying, "Oh, it's for kids, it's for kids," but those jokes are for people who played Super Mario in 1989. Like
Yeah.
nobody's getting that joke who's like a 5-year-old kid. Um, but that's how this one's not like that. This show is
No,
clearly not even for families. This show is clearly made for like a much younger audience,
it is. They're trying to capitalize on that Mario money, I guess, if you want to call it that.
which makes me worried about for the third Sonic movie. Like, are they going to go all the way into like Kung Fu Panda territory, or are they going to
I don't
stay where
know.
they
Like, I
are?
mean, I am glad that they just like they only had an appearance by like Knuckles or sorry, Sonic, I think, right at the beginning.
Yeah, that's not a spoiler, so
Yeah,
Okay, we'll get
to
this
get
out of
it
the
out of the
way.
way.
Score.
I mean, 6.8.
I'll give it a 6. So I think if you meet us in the middle, we're at like we'll call it a
Six and a half.
6.5.
Let's call it a 6.5. Yeah.
It's watchable, absolutely, but
Sometimes a little bit of the CG was janky.
I actually really thought the CG was excellent. I agree there's spots where it looks a
Yeah.
little out of place, but like for a TV show, you could feel the budget in the production.
Yeah,
Like
it
the
was there.
production value was there. It's just none of it went to the writing.
Hmm.
Yeah, it is what it is. I enjoyed it in terms of like it has an entertainment value, but there's nothing really there. And I promise anyone who hasn't seen it yet, getting through those first 2 episodes, you will question whether or not you should continue watching the show. Because the first episode especially is so awful
Yeah.
that like it's unbearably bad. Like that episode is like a
Yeah.
1 out of 10. That episode is Jade Cargill versus friggin' the
Dakota
Australian
Kai.
girl. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Anyways,
pretty bad. And
uh,
this is leading to Bianca versus Jade now already.
I don't know. We're dumb land over there. By the way, this has nothing to do with anything.
No, it does not have to do with Logan Paul
But
versus
since
Cody
we're on
Rhodes in a
it,
title for
why are we
title.
giving him 2 titles already?
I don't know.
And then how do you
Write yourself out of that one now.
yeah, because you can't make him lose the US title because he's gonna look stupid.
It's going to end in a way that nobody loses. Bloodline.
No, you can't. It's too soon. Anyways, we're not talking about wrestling. We're talking about Knuckles. For full spoilers, I think the character of Wade is awful.
Yeah, he was pretty bad. He's super silly. Like, I don't know what's the word. He's oblivious.
Yeah, there's a brief period in like episode 4 and 5 where when they go to Reno and stuff, where he
Mhm.
starts to get like, you're like, okay, he's kind of funny, but then in episode 6, he just throws it all down the drain again.
Yeah, and we'll
The
talk about
sis-
episode 6 in the spoilers.
we're in spoilers. This
Okay, then.
the sister is terrible.
She is, yeah.
The mom is annoying. I mean, I don't think she acted poorly. It's just so odd that the character exists. The entire idea
Like
that
episode 4 was just, which I loved episode 4, don't get me
well,
wrong, but it was all around the Shabbat.
yeah,
Was it
and I
4
have
or
a
3?
question. What was the point of centering a show for kids based around video games around a ethnic or like cultural holiday?
I have no idea. It
It
was
made
fun.
no
It was, I think it's more because like I could be I'm unfamiliar with Jewish traditions. I'm not 100% sure, but I know the Shabbat is to bring families together to like
but it
close.
just seemed so
I think
awkwardly
it's
placed.
to make that bond between Knuckles and Wade a little stronger, like to actually see him as a family member.
I understand it from that aspect, but the fact that it's included just feels like shoehorned. It would be like, oh my god, it's Ramadan, and they just show up at someone's house celebrating Ramadan, and it's like, or it's Diwali, and we're at someone's
Yeah,
house, and they're but like, and I'm not saying it because it needs to be like a holiday I recognize. I'm
yeah,
saying it because I just don't understand the point of why you
yeah,
shoehorned a holiday into it.
yeah. That one,
Anyways,
yeah.
that is what it is. Carrie, what's his name?
Carrie Ells,
Carrie.
yeah. It's
He's
supposed to be his
actually good.
dad. Yes. And
He's
Stalker
good.
Channing is his mother. And I think she's 25 years older than
Yeah,
Carrie.
he does
Because
not
she was like in Greece.
he doesn't even look old.
I know.
Yeah, she was in Greece.
Mhm.
Anyways, she got a butt in the oven.
Yeah.
Um
But
Carrie
yeah.
Els
He was good. I didn't really much like that last
him
episode.
and Idris Elba though were pretty solid, and they did the best they could with the material they were given. It's everyone else around them that just feels so awkward.
I would have thought, what's his name there? The guy who from Game of Thrones there. I thought he would have had a bigger role in the show.
You want to know the funny part? We even talked about him being in the show, and until I got to episode 6, I didn't even realize that was him.
Yeah, that's the Hound.
It doesn't look like him.
No, because he has his whole face here.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's not a big actor, so I didn't expect much. I thought the 2 bad guys were really garbage,
Kid Cudi.
like just written wise.
Yeah.
There was nothing for them.
There's no motivation for them
It was
until
just
the 5th
stupid.
episode. You really don't get his motivation. You get her motivation at the end, but you don't get his.
Yeah, it's all shoehorned. If you go through this show bit by bit, like we said, the holiday, the bowling, the father thing, the motivations, the Hound being in the show, it's all shoehorned. And at the end of the day, that almost doesn't help you with the storyline.
No, it doesn't. And how is this going to connect to Sonic 3 now? Or is this just a one-off? Who cares?
I think now you have to establish that Knuckles and Wade are very good friends. So in the movie, Sonic will go off with James Marsden's character or the
Mhm.
wife, and then he would go off
With Wade,
with Wade to solve, like, if they split into groups, or Tails would go with the wife, because I think they're establishing Tails as
the wife's
the
character, and
wife's character,
Sonic.
kind of.
Yeah.
Even though I don't know, Tails has always been voiced by a woman, but
Yes. It is
it's
it is Colleen O'Shaughnessy, which is the
yeah,
voice
yeah.
of Tails. Like,
Even in the games when he got a voice, it was always a woman's voice, I'm pretty
yeah.
sure. But it's Tails is I'm pretty sure a guy. Not that we need to gender freaking random animals that are made out of
Yeah.
CG, but yeah,
Non-binary animals.
it's just animated creatures. Yeah, so I mean, you have
Yeah.
established three teams if you need to separate them into
Yeah.
groups.
I think this is more of a coming of age story for Knuckles, I think, in a way, with some
But to
bowling.
me, it's weird because the other two sound young, and Knuckles sounds like a grizzled old man, and it just doesn't flow with me on his
Yeah.
the naivete of the fucking
His
character.
obliviousness. Yeah.
It is like a child, but
Yeah.
then he sounds like a 60-year-old man who's been in like
Which
34
Idris Elba
wars.
isn't 60.
And do you
I
know
don't
what
know
I
if he's
mean?
60, but yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know
Anyways,
how this is going to tie in with Sonic 3. I don't know how that. I thought maybe this was very much a strike while the iron's hot, and let's make some money off of this.
I think so. I mean, generally for a show that's just going to premiere on their streaming service, I don't think it's necessarily a bad idea because it's going to make people want to
Yeah.
watch Sonic. Maybe you'll get the kids. I think maybe that's what it was. Now that I'm just talking about it, maybe the point of this was to rope in a younger audience, so when Sonic 3 does come out, all the kids are going to want to go watch it.
Yeah. Because
Because
right now, I don't think the first two films are on Paramount. They're on, I think, at
they
least not in
might be.
Canada.
Sonic
I've,
Sonic 1, when I saw it, I didn't see Sonic 2 in theaters, so I don't know. Sonic 1, when I saw it in theaters, the audience there was all 30-year-olds. There was no
yeah,
children in
mid
the audience.
millennials.
Yeah. So that's why I think maybe they're trying to target to actually get more ticket sales from families wanting to go to the movie
Yeah.
now. Otherwise, I don't know.
Yeah. But, yeah, it was
Anyway,
okay.
that's it. Thank you for watching. Let us know what you scored in the comment below. Let us know what random holiday you think should have been in the show, and have a good day or whatever.